What is going on, everyone? Welcome to WeatherTech Raceway at Laguna Seca. We are covering Moto America's race weekend here, and I've actually never been to one of these events before, so I'm really excited to show you guys all the amazing racing that's going to be going on track. Let's get into it. When you come to a Moto America race weekend, you're going to come for 3 days. On Friday, there's free practice. On Saturdays, it's qualifying and racing. And then Sunday, it's race day. Now, there's 7 classes in Moto America racing. You've got the Junior Cup, which is your 400s and your R3s, those sort of things. You've got Twins Cup, which is the new RS616, RS7s. You've got the Super Sport class, which is typically R6s and those sort of things. You've then got the Super Stock class, which are the 1000s, modified a little bit. Then you got your Big Bad Superbike class, which has the R1s and Jake Gagne and the factory support and all that kind of cool stuff. You've got the new Hooligan class, which are high handlebar bikes, upwards of 750 cc's, air and liquid cooled. And then you've got the Bagger class, which everyone is talking about. But there's one motorcycle I really want to show you guys, so come with me. All right, guys, this is one bike I had to come and take a look at. It's being piloted by none other than Mr. Ari Henning himself. How are you doing,
folks?
Ari?
I'm doing well, man. Good to see you. Glad you made it out to California.
Yeah, it seems like there's a Versus over there too. I'd love to believe that you rode in, but I know you didn't.
The Versus just flocked to me, man. It's my spirit animal.
Yeah. So this is the prettiest bike on, I think, the whole pattern, the whole weekend. Yeah.
You're not the first person to say that, and I think that was the goal when they painted it.
Yeah, it's the most attention-grabbing Yamaha I think I've ever seen. How stoked are you on this thing, man?
I mean, this is essentially a dream come true, like on so many different levels. I love racing, I love mechanics, and I'm getting to work with one of the best teams in the industry. And it's been amazing. I've been working with them since April. Actually, February is when we started the project.
That's a while.
Yeah, it is, and it's been all the way from a street bike to where it is now to race day. We raced this afternoon.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you went out and did some qualifying. You look like you're pretty competitive. I'd say mid pack, upper pack. Where are you at right now?
Yeah, I'm about mid pack. I've always been kind of just like an adept track rider, but I'm a journalist first and foremost. These are professional racers.
This guy, he shows up to a Moto America event mid-pack, and he's like, yeah, I'm all right, whatever.
Well, I mean, I would like to be farther up, but I'm not. So I recognize that there's a lot of skill here on display. So I'm just happy to be out there and turn laps. It's such a cool racetrack, and to get it to do it on a bike that's this dialed in is just awesome. Yeah. So what's your favorite thing on this bike, except for the paint?
Other than the paint? You can't say the paint.
Ooh, that's a good question. Honestly, this is gonna sound like super fluffy, but what it represents. Yoshimura hasn't been racing since 2019.
Yeah.
So this is them returning to racing with a new manufacturer, and just like there's young engineers in the team that have never been involved in a project like this. So it's mentoring them and bringing them up. They're getting chucked in the deep end, and just the opportunity to work with these guys that are just veterans in the field. I'm learning a bunch. So my favorite part about it is the experience and what it represents for Yoshimura getting back into road racing.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Are any of these parts that they've made going to be available for track day R7 enthusiasts to be put on their bikes?
Great question. I don't actually know what's going to be available, but I'm quite confident that many of the things will be. We've already had lots of inquiries from folks about the exhaust, about the linkage, about the swing arm plates. So I'm sure that with the manufacturing capability they have and now the experience they have with the bike and the development they've already done, that they will be producing something. I'm just not sure what.
Yeah. Well, Larry, good luck today.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're going to do great.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Appreciate it.
Besides producing some of the most amazing riding in North America, Moto America actually serves as a feeder program to get talent to the world stage. You have riders like Cameron Beaubier, Joe Roberts, and Sean Dillon Kelly chopping it up in Moto 2. But what if you don't have factory support or tons of money and you just want to go racing at the highest levels in America? Well, let's go meet a rider who's doing just that. All right, folks, we're here with Max Flinders, who is absolutely not a factory-supported team. This is a privateer effort. Max, I'd love to learn what makes you a privateer versus a factory team.
It's just, it's kind of our size. I mean, we don't have the budget that these guys have, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the Ducati team and their budget's in the 5 millions, and
Wow.
we're running about $80,000 a year. I mean,
And you're on the same grid.
same grid, fighting each other. Just he's just got a lot more help. So.
Yeah. So you were telling me one of the big differences is you've got the same engine you've been using for like the whole year, basically, and that's the engine you got to make work, basically.
Yeah, I mean, we have a spare engine, but it's completely stock.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite have the power that I need for the Superbike. But
Yeah.
I have to run in an engine for a year and a bit now. A couple of horses of escape. So it's,
Turn to glue, as we would say.
right, exactly. So it's like it's not pulling quite like it used to. But yeah, I mean, we don't have the money to just go get a brand new engine or replace our bikes every year. As the engine keeps running, we keep riding. So.
Yeah. So you're racing in Superbike. Are you doing stock 1000 as well, or just Superbike?
So no, I just qualified for Superbike because we have a couple things done to the engine that's not technically legal for stock. But I mean, I'm racing with a lot of the stock guys out there too. Just these new BMWs are hella fast.
They are.
The riders are really, really good too. But I just, like I said, this engine's let out a couple horses. So my bike technically could compete with the stock guys, but
because of the changes, you can't run it.
Exactly.
How long have you been racing?
I've been racing since I was 6. So I'm 25
and how old are you
now,
25.
so 19 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah,
what kind of racing were you doing back when you were little?
Well, I actually grew up in England, so it doesn't sound like it at all. I've got a really weird accent, but yeah, no, I started in grass track, which is like, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's just like flat track, but it's in like a grass field with knobbly tires.
Wow, that's cool.
So it was a blast. I won some championships there, but back in the day, my dad was watching all the MotoGP legends coming up. They're all from America, dude. Kenny Roberts, Wayne Rainey, Kevin Swan.
So he's like, we got to get you to America.
Exactly. So we moved to Louisiana, which was a bit of a culture shock, you know. England, Louisiana. That's why I say mum and y'all. It's a weird combination. But yeah, now we started road racing when I was 12, and now I'm here.
Yeah. And so it's you, your dad. I know your girlfriend does a whole lot of stuff too. Who else is on the team?
So we have the team owner, which is Tim. Unfortunately, he's not here this weekend, or he hasn't been here this year because he has some family problems to take care of.
Sure.
So we really miss him. Wish he was here, but no, this weekend it's just been me, my dad, and my girlfriend. And I mean, my dad's the mechanic. He does the suspension, the data. He does everything. He helps me put up. He helps me tear down. Courtney's doing tire warmers, stands, getting me water, holding the umbrella. I'm tearing up, tearing down, driving the truck. I mean, it never stops.
Yeah. So where do you see the future kind of going for you? What would you like to be doing?
I mean, I know that I can ride with the best of these guys. I know I can. I really want to put myself out there, get on hopefully one of these better teams, and get on a better bike that has a couple more horses in it, and really show what I can do. Because I know I can be there, and I have a passion for it. Man.
Clearly, I saw you're living out of this truck sometimes.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, after this, I'm driving to Chicago, and I'll be sleeping in this thing the whole way. So it's kind of crazy.
That is awesome. The dedication's real, Max, and you had a great weekend here, and it's awesome to see you ride out there, man. Thanks so much. Yeah, appreciate it. Invited to go actually watch the King of the Baggers race from the production truck at Moto America, and you would not believe how crazy this production is. There's 65 people to just make this one weekend's footage possible. Miles of fiber optic cable. You got an audio engineer in there mixing everything in real time, 24 different cameras. In fact, earlier today we actually interviewed one of the most eccentric cameramen you can imagine. Let's cut to that. All right, folks, obviously to make the videos happen, you gotta have someone on track filming it. So we're here with Beans. I don't know if that's your God-given name, but it is your name.
Yeah, Beans. Well, actually, it is kind of my name. I worked with a director from Barcelona, Damia, and he couldn't say my name, Vince. He'd say, Beans, pan left, Beans, get that bike, Beans, do this and that. Nice. So I'm Beans.
I love it.
Yeah, you never pick your own nickname. So,
no, you don't. No. How long have you been doing the camera work?
I started in the industry in '91. I've been doing camera for about the last 8 years.
Nice.
A technician before that, but really kind of glommed onto racing, and that's it's fast and it's dangerous and it's fun and good stuff.
So you're here at turn 2 at Laguna, and you've got one of the craziest shots because you have to whip this huge rig around from left to right.
It's a little bit of a monster, but you work that balance and stuff and loosen it up, and then I'm basically getting the bikes as they come under the WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca there, blind reveal, they come underneath, and then I kind of pull with them as they're coming by and then give it a bit of whoop, whoop, and then tails away as they're going right down the track to camera 3. It's badass shot. It's a little tough, like getting them, you got to keep them in the frame the whole whip.
Yeah.
And if you don't, the director says nasty things in your ear. So I've had enough abuse that now I don't miss them.
Nice. Guys, honestly, this is my first time coming out to a Moto America event. I really didn't know what to expect, but this has really blown me away. I've been to MotoGP, some other race events, Supercross even, but Moto America just feels like a real motorcyclist event. You can see all these bikes parked here. Everybody's loaded up here, checking out all the food in the stands. You can make a weekend out of it that way. You can come camp with your family, stay in a hotel, explore the roads around the track. This is a really cool way to spend a weekend as a motorcyclist, and I'm really stoked. I'm about to look at all these bikes here with Josh, and I think the time's come. Let's check out some racing.
20 laps scheduled to Medallia Superbike race number 1. When lights off, we're going. Good launch from the front row. Petrucci, but it looks like Cameron Peterson may be around the outside on the 45. He's got a good position. Everybody trying to fight for it. There goes the number 1. He's down into turn number 2. And it's going to be Petrucci in second and Cameron Peterson. A good launch.
Almost a full second on the first lap. Gagne was quicker than everyone else. And I tell you, you know, when you're one of these guys running there in second and third, again, Greg, it just puts so much pressure on you because you know that this guy is going to just pound out these laps.
And it looks like there might be some lap traffic up ahead.
Yep.
Which has played factors in some of the races we've already seen here at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca.
Cam's able to open up as he takes a stab at him going into the corkscrew. We know Petrucci's good on the brakes, but I don't think he's close enough, GW. He was a lot closer last lap. He's definitely not close enough this time to try to think of doing something with Cam. It's going to be a fairly hairball move if he does try to make it work.
Here he goes, Petrucci. He's trying to find some room. A little bit of contact. He pushes him wide. Cam Peterson not getting off of it. They're side by side as they head through Rainy Corner. Cameron Peterson has it. So a little bumping and rubbing up top.
And Cam's going to protect that lead. Petrucci's going to open up the radius of that corner and try to cut it back up underneath him. But you can see Jake Gagne wins the race, G-Dub. And Cam Peterson's going to hold off Petrucci for that win.
So guys, we've had a ton of fun here at Moto America's race weekend at Laguna Seca. The racing's been close, the personalities have been pretty awesome to see as well, and there's so much to do around here at the racetrack. You can do demo rides of motorcycles, you can eat some great food, you can go out and if you ride in, you can go ride the amazing roads around the racetrack. I think it definitely is worth your consideration to see if there's a Moto America event near you and make a weekend out of it. If you love motorcycles, you should come and check it out. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Well, look at you. You've made it to the end of another Yami Noob video. You should consider yourself pretty lucky because I have curated this one right over here for you to continue watching. It's probably just as good as the one you just saw. Unless you hated the one you just saw. I don't know, maybe leave me a comment down below about how much you hated it as well too. Or just keep watching this one. Make sure you keep watching Yami Noob. Don't forget to keep watching Yami Noob. That's the most important thing. Keep watching Yami Noob.